Followed Me Like a Puppy, where Prince Charles and Diana Spencer actually met. The fifth season of The Crown, a fictional adaptation of the life of the British royal family in the 20th to 21st century, is soon to be released. It promises to be the most controversial of them all, since its main focus will be on the collapse of Charles and Diana's marriage and the tragic events that followed afterwards. The first marriage of the newly minted King Charles III has always been of interest to the public, and now many want to find out or recall the series of events that led to Lady Dee becoming a part of the royal family. Today, we will find out how Diana became a princess. The previous season of The Crown presented its own version of events that led to the marriage. The beautiful and proud Prince Charles rode on a horse to Sarah Spencer, Diana's sister, and then met the future mother of his sons, who, for greater effect, wore a costume as a heroine of Shakespeare's comedy. In reality, however, there was neither horse racing nor theater. Unlike the show, the acquaintance of Charles and Diana was much less dramatic and much more convoluted. Diana is believed to have met Charles in November 1977. At Sarah's invitation, the future king came to the Spencers at Althorpe Manor for pheasant hunting. Such a hunt is not carried out on horseback, so that part of the events, along with show performance, were definitely fictional. Charles and Diana talked about their first impressions of each other in an interview following the engagement. The prince noted thinking of Diana, who was 16 at the time, as a very jolly and amusing and attractive girl, and the royal bride herself recalled that Charles was invited by her sister and he turned out to be an amazing person. One key fact that the couple persistently wanted to avoid speaking about was that Sarah Spencer played a big role in their engagement. She really did have an affair with the prince. That was the reason he came to Althorpe in the first place. This wasn't their only appearance together either. Charles and Sarah were seen together as a couple multiple times. But what stopped the development of their romance? According to Lady Sarah, the reason was quite simple: she just didn't like the Queen's son. He was also too slow. After their first meeting at Althorpe, Diana and Charles did not see each other for 2 years. They would meet again at a reception at the Balmoral estate, the same one where Elizabeth II died in September 2022. Charles was extremely upset by the death of Lord Mountbatten, who was his uncle Louis and brother of Prince Philip. Louis was killed by soldiers of the Irish Republican Army while he was sailing on his own boat, being unaware of the assassination attempt. The heir to the throne had a very close relationship with the Lord. He was said to replace Charles's father, which always caused great annoyance to Elizabeth's husband. It was Louis who supported Charles's affair with the married Camilla Parker Bowles, and he also advised his nephew to find himself a pure sweet bride that the people will love. And the prince followed his uncle's advice. Curiously, shortly after Lord's funeral, saddened Charles proposed to Louis Mountbatten's granddaughter, Amanda Knatchbull, to marry him. But she, it seems, wisely assessed the situation and refused. Thus the prince went in search of another clean and sweet girl. When, at a reception in Balmoral, Diana Spencer expressed her condolences to Charles about the death of his beloved uncle, he immediately kissed her and then walked around like a puppy all evening, as Diana told about this after the divorce. And that's how this strange romance began. Charles and Diana married in July 1981, when Diana was 20 years old. The rest is history.